Hello, Libra. Welcome to Sidekick Tarot. I'm Ryan, and thank you for being here. This is going to be a general reading, so everything may not resonate. Take what does and leave the rest. Or if you're interested in more tarot readings after this, go ahead and check out my wife's channel at Val53 Tarot. She's read for you as well. Thank you. I'll be starting by pulling your current or overall energy, and then we'll be going into clarifiers. Okay, I'll get the cards out first, and then I'll begin. Ooh, okay. Huh, okay. Ooh, okay, yeah. Some of this energy I'm definitely sensing. A little curious to see where this one's gonna go, Libra, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Jumping into this, what you do show me immediately, there is some sort of, how do I say this? There is some sort of emotional difficulty here that I do see. It's an energy of, it's disappointing, yes, at the same time, you're also kind of keeping it in mind and you're saying, I don't really want to truly drop this. You're actually wanting to work with this. It's an interesting kind of process here. You're kind of keeping things in balance, even though it's like you're trying to kind of, well, you're trying to work with it. You're trying to kind of transform it, I'm going to say. Now, that being said, I do see there is some sort of energy here about confusion as well that you are working through, but whatever is going on emotionally, whatever is going on mentally, I do see this energy of balance. It's almost like things right now, emotionally and mentally. Well, how do I say this? Emotionally, this energy of holding on to something that you know you probably shouldn't, and it's almost like you're trying to work with opposites here when you probably shouldn't. But I get it. I understand it. It's just an energy of things will progress and move faster if you don't kind of balance out this energy of emotional disappointment, holding on to this. It's like you kind of you're almost ultimately deciding how to truly work with this emotion. It's interesting. And I feel like that's what's possibly causing this confusion. It's like you trying to keep balance with this emotion and kind of keep things at bay. Is causing a little bit more confusion. And ultimately, it's sort of like you're going to have to, in a sense, lose yourself to find yourself here. And I feel like that you are, because you are going through some sort of personal transformation here that in turn is causing you to kind of focus on what to do next. So you are putting together some sort of plan, or at least thinking things through. A lot of this energy is going on upstairs. It's going on up in your mind. It's going on in your heart. A lot of thoughts are taking place. Now, that being said, there has been some sort of loss here as well. Not too sure what that's about, but I kind of feel like it may be interesting. It might be surrendering. It might be surrounding your financial situation, position, or work or career. I do see you are wanting to work on things and improve things. You do have some type of success, possibly public recognition, influence, fame, or following. And that is something that it's like you definitely put your heart into that. And so, like, again, Libra, I get it. You're ultimately saying, I don't want to drop this. I want to figure this out. But at the same time, like I said, what you may be holding on to may be actually holding you back. Let's go ahead and jump into clarifiers and see what we can find. It's almost like I'm gonna refuse to drop something emotionally and hope to move forward, but it's like it's holding you back. And that's why it's causing a bit of confusion. You're ultimately telling me that your heart feels like it's playing games with your mind. And it's like, There's clearly a disconnect between the two. There's a disconnect. Your mind is kind of showing up more dominant than your heart is. But it makes sense. It could be something that you're just experiencing and going through. Yeah, you're trying to figure out what to do. You are. It could be regarding a plan, ideas. You're trying to figure out something here. And that's what I was saying. Those emotions may begin to kind of cloud those plans. Those emotions may cloud things. With the sun on top of the deck, what do you know? Yeah. There's a connection here you just don't know about. You're like, is there a connection here? Is there not a connection here? And that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. Your mind is stepping in like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to think. I feel like there is a connection. I feel like there isn't a connection. Like, again, this is kind of why you're holding on to this. This is why you're holding on to this. You're trying to decide and determine, like, do I say something? Do I not say something? Is there a connection? Is there not a connection? If you got to think that hard, I mean, I guess you could communicate, talk to them, find out. Maybe that's what you're kind of trying to figure out is like, do you want to emotionally step forward or not? Yeah, because even then, this transformation you're going through, it's kind of throwing you for a whirlwind emotionally, and there it goes. Or what's that called? A whirlpool? Whirlwind and a whirlpool. Huh. Yeah, something's going on here. Something's going on here. It's kind of like your heart. It's interesting. Your heart is throwing you off balance, but yet so is your mind. Okay, so you're in the process of finding your balance. In a sense, finding your footing. Yeah, jeez. I'm curious on that. Whatever this plan or strategy is, for some reason, it almost feels like you feel blocked. Like something is just not moving forward. It's interesting. Something is not moving forward, but I kind of got to throw it back at you, Libra, and say, if something's not moving forward between you and someone, like I said, your heart and your emotions are kind of holding you back from moving forward. It makes sense. There's definitely a reason. It's heart wants what it wants. But the question is, are you sure this is what you want? Are they what you want? Yeah, and there it is. There it is. Yeah. You're ultimately saying nothing's moving forward, and so therefore, there it is, Libra. You do feel a bit defeated by this. I don't know what's going on, but you're ultimately showing me, okay, I'll emotionally walk away from this. I'll kind of distance myself. Okay, there it is. It's like there's got to be some sort of communication or talk, or conversation about all this, and if there's not, it's sort of like you're left in this predicament of, well, I'm just kind of left standing here, kind of twiddling my thumbs, and I don't know what to do. Ooh. Yeah, back to work. You're trying to figure out what you need to do for you. You're figuring out what you need to do for you. You're kind of like, okay, enough of that. Enough of the emotions. Let's focus on business. Enough of the emotions. Ooh, yeah. Oh boy. Interesting. You're almost kind of saying like your position, your success, your status, it is what it is. There's nothing to really kind of think about or question. It's easy. Work is work. It's business. Matters of the heart and the mind, though, is a whole different game. But what I like about this is your emotions do pop up right here. Ooh, okay. Okay. Okay, Libra, I get it. You put your heart and your soul into your work and your finances, your investments, your career, your status, what you do. And it's almost like what you're saying is that feels a whole lot more comfortable than kind of giving your heart and your emotions and your energy to connections. I'm not saying all connections, I'm just saying this specific connection. Um, it's interesting. It's almost as if you're not too sure what to do about them romantically, you kind of just put your heart into your work, which makes sense. It makes sense. It's an energy of you love what you do what you love. But there's that. Goodbye.